Do you want to know how I got all these diamonds and removed the entire world in survival? Then stick around to find out. This all started when the farms I had built so far were not powerful enough anymore. They were too inefficient and I had to AFK for hours and hours or even days to get all the resources for upcoming projects. And that's when I decided to build new farms. I looked up better and faster farms and they all had one thing in common: spawn proofing. Well, at least the mob farms. Now there are multiple ways to deal with this and I chose the hardest and most time consuming one. But it is also by far the most powerful one, so I guess that evens out. These crazy farms are going to supply me pretty much until the end of this survival series, so I wanted to build the best of the best farms. Now all I have to do is dig a giant hole to fit all the farms. Well, obviously I'm not going to do this by hand, but by using a world eater. Yes, one of these giant machines. Luckily I made the trenches in the last episode already. Seems almost like this was planned all along. Anyways, now I can start collecting resources for the world eater. Alright, let me run some calculations and oh boy do I need a lot. Yeah, let's not waste any time and get to work. First up, slime balls. After AFKing overnight at the soon to be replaced slime farm, I got nowhere near enough slime. So after crying for 2 hours, I AFK'd overnight again and again and again. Moving on to redstone. I'll just use the witch farm from last episode and I should be done in maybe 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, 2 whole nights and a few hours at the raid farm. During the day I watched movies while AFKing at the raid farm so I could jump in and save myself from vexes. Alright, just a few more things and I'm set. There we go. Yeah, that was a couple of days work squeezed into a couple of seconds. Anyways, let's stop complaining and build this hell of a machine. I hope you enjoyed that edit. Now let's run this monstrosity. Let's see how far we got. Yes, soon I'll reach the deep slate level and that's where things get interesting. Let's just keep going and let me swap out the texture packs so we can find diamonds easier. I gotta say, up so far everything went pretty smoothly and I hope it will stay this way. Let's collect all the diamonds I can find and get rid of all the obsidian to keep this guy happy, because you don't want to know what's gonna happen if he gets mad. At this point, I'm already a good number of hours here and it's starting to get boring. Well, turns out becoming filthy rich and destroying the entire world is boring.
What?
Well, it's just dragging on and it's so repetitive, but I have a certain goal in mind. So let's keep pushing until we get there. Bam, I'm done. So I'll see you next time. Just kidding, I'm far from done. All this work, all these hours of pain and suffering was just the start of it all. Yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to sound dramatic. Anyways, a lot of these perimeters I see are just like this one. The walls look like this and there is no floor to walk on. One might find art in this, but I do not. I want to build up walls all the way to the surface and build a floor across the entire perimeter. Yeah, I still got a massive pile of things to do. But before I can get to that, let's take down the world eater and get all the resources back. Alright, I'll work on the walls first, and I thought of the simple design to use white concrete up to the surface to match the landscape. Now before you all throw tomatoes at my face and yell at me for being lazy, I might add something on the walls later, but I'll get to that in just a second. Let me run the calculations for the resources and... yeah, I need about 180 shulker boxes of concrete. Let's admire our perimeter one last time before giving up. Oh, that? Yeah, that's the concrete. I'm already done with that. Totally didn't take a bunch of hours at the sandtuber. Now let's start placing the blocks. Alright, since there's over 250,000 blocks to be placed, let's use a machine to make things easier because I'm lazy. I mean, imagine placing this many blocks by hand. Now this is a conveyor belt and it should do all the work for me. Well, almost. I'll build the walls up to sea level and do the rest manually. Let's AFK for how many hours? 8 hours per wall. Alright, see you in 32 hours. And voila, the walls are built apart from the top part. Now let's get to it. Yeah, about that, some random dude might have accidentally deleted replay mod files and well, here we are now. Anyways, the walls are now fully built and to make it look better, let's connect the entire landscape around the perimeter to the walls. Earlier, I mentioned that I will add something to the walls and I want to include you guys more in this world. So make sure to comment down things below that I should build in this world, and once these things are built, I will add your name to the wall. There's a lot of space on this canvas, so make sure to comment every idea you have, even if it might sound stupid or if it's just a small build. I will build it to the best of my abilities and add your name on the wall. This looks already insane, but it will look even better with a proper floor. Let's get to the design. So I don't just want to use concrete again. And also, the floor needs to be spawn-proof. Let's make one of these void fog effects using glass. So, turns out 7 layers of glass would require over 1000 shulker boxes. So, let's scrap that idea. Well, the problem is not really resources, but more so that the floor would be raised by 7 blocks. And the effect does not really work that well on a large scale because of the way glass renders at far distances. So, I need to think of something else. I do have one more design in mind, but I don't want to spoil that plan right now and rather let you guess what it is. As for resources, we need over 250,000 blocks. Again. And this time I won't be able to build this using a conveyor belt or any machine to help me. These are the 5 blocks I need and this is how much we need. For the blackstone, I built this Piglin Bartering Farm and the fastest item sorter in the game. It can sort over 1 million items an hour. All I need now is the gold to trade with the piglins, and luckily a few days ago I AFK'd at the gold farm overnight just for the fun of it, and I got a whopping 1.5 shulker boxes of gold blocks. Let's see how far we get with that. Yeah, let's just say I need a lot more. But not because of the 30 shulker boxes of blackstone, no. But more so because of the 65 shulker boxes of pure quartz. So after AFKing for days at the gold farm, I killed over 1.8 million zombified piglins, and the gold, it's pretty much all gone now. In the end, I needed around 20 shulker boxes of gold blocks. Not nuggets, not ingots, but full-on gold blocks. Now, 10 shulker boxes of wither roses for black dye and a shulker box of oxidized copper is quite easy to get in comparison to the quartz. I let the copper oxidize while AFKing at the gold farm to get this video done before the end of this decade. All I need now is 275 shulker boxes of prismarine shards.
3 hours later.
Well, more like 10 hours, but let's just forget about that. Finally, I made it. Well, to the crafting of 250,000 slabs. For you, this is just gonna be a second, but for me, I'll be here all day crafting slabs for hours upon hours. Here we go. Let's get started with building right away, since this episode is almost worth 1000 Minecraft days of work already. Let's get a nice time lapse of me building the floor design. Oh mama, it is done. I am officially done building the floor. This took about 13 hours of just placing blocks. I binge watched a lot of YouTube channels building this entire floor, but before I show you the result of the actual design I chose for the floor, let me show you the amount of diamonds I had collected while running the World Eater. Well, I think I won't need to go strip mining ever again. Anyways, I'm not gonna mine all of them with Fortune 3, but with Fortune 2.
What?
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this. Being serious though, I will only mine a few of them to show off one or the other diamond beacon and keep the rest as the ore itself. Now for the moment you have been waiting for this entire video, I present to you the perimeter. In case you didn't know, this is my channel logo. As you can see, I put these locked maps up there for the time being. This is just temporary, but I will use these for a future project. So after 1000 days of work, I have a giant hole with nothing in it. Guess you'll have to watch the next video to find out what's gonna happen. Make sure to like and subscribe for more of this content, and I will see you in 2023.